This is our group in Hue, Vietnam. We're dressed as the king and queen at its court, right before we had a really yummy dinner. This is an amazing picture, an amazing memory, and one that I'll never forget. I kept saying throughout dinner that, I kept saying to Dad, how are we going to explain this to our family? I felt that was very important to explain this to our family and share with them the joy that we had. This was in Hue, Vietnam, and our group dressed as the king and queen at its court. Dad and I with our group at Angkor Wat, Cambodia. Such a great picture. Angkor Wat was a wonderful, wonderful trip and day. The ancient city of Angkor Wat. It's one of those great memories that will last forever. This picture is priceless to me. And with my dad and just a fantastic memory. I love my dad for about 1,000 reasons. Reason number 500 is he'll try anything. Here in Vietnam we see him trying this gum, or candy actually, that makes your teeth turn brown. And in this town, brown teeth is very attractive. So he volunteered to eat this candy to make his teeth brown. It was a great moment. This is Dad in Cambodia. Notice he has 2 live tarantulas on his arm. Several young children placed these on his arm, as they did the same to me. They put about 2 on my arm, 2 on my chest, and a couple on my back. I immediately told them to take them off. They thought it was very funny, as I was freaking out. Dad did this voluntarily. Quite the brave man. Here's Dad showing his respects at the killing fields in Cambodia. Great moment, great day, but I remember talking about how we need to, on our next vacation, we needed to go to the beach, spend a vacation at the beach. Just another adventure on the Mekong River. Great picture. Here he is in Saigon, having a good time, a good moment, having a good time.
This is a walk through a famous park in Edinburgh Castle up there again. They said that this is one of the most fertile parks in the world because for years and years, people live in the castle at the top of the mountain. Their poop would flow down into what is now the park, and so it basically acted as fertilizer, and now it is this beautiful, gorgeous park. This is Edinburgh, Scotland. Trying to get in focus here. This is Edinburgh Castle, kind of the inspiration for Hogwarts and Harry Potter. Anyway, Edinburgh, I think, was probably maybe my favorite place. If I had to choose a favorite, probably Edinburgh. It was amazing. It looked like just a dream, like a Hogwarts Harry Potter dream. It was really, really cool, really beautiful.
This is Dad and Scott in the heart of Edinburgh, Scotland. A beautiful, beautiful city, and we spent a couple days there, and 2 days full of fabulous memories.
This is us climbing Arthur's Seat in Edinburgh, Scotland. This is the legendary place where Camelot was supposed to be, King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table.
This is Edinburgh Castle in Scotland. Dad and I and Scott, we toured this castle for a day. It was a wonderful memory.
This is haggis, described as basically the meat of a lamb would be sold to the rich people. Everything else, the bones, the guts, everything else would be sold to poor people. And whatever's left over, that's haggis. But we actually liked it. It was good. So driving through Europe was definitely a highlight. This is a picture of Todd driving. I'm not sure where we are, but he kept us alive, which was good. But driving through Europe was definitely an adventure, and it was quite scary. This is the Royal Shakespeare Company in Stratford. We saw Macbeth and Merchant of Venice here. Both were amazing. Merchant of Venice had Patrick Stewart. Todd and I took a walking tour of Stratford, and we were the only two in the group, so it was a lot of fun, a lot of personalized service. But it's a really, really beautiful town. This is really cool for me, being an English teacher. The grave of William Shakespeare was pretty surreal, just being able to stand right there where he's buried. This is one of the places I really wanted to go. This is Tower of London, and this is a monument to people like Anne Boleyn and others who were executed on or near this spot back in the day. There were all these warning signs telling us to stay away, we may die. There was one sign in Ireland that said something like, all the people who had died on that road. So of course we ignored them all.
These are the Cliffs of Moher in Ireland. This is where I saved my dad's life. We were climbing up was very windy that day that we were there. It was about 70 miles an hour gusts, maybe 60. And we were climbing these steps, and I just happened to be behind Dad for some reason, like a foot behind him, and he fell backwards, and I caught him. His elbow hit my nose, and I think it broke. But just a beautiful, beautiful place. Great day. Good memories.
Here's another sign that we completely ignored. This is the Cliffs of Moher in Ireland. These are beautiful cliffs, and we had a great time. It was a lot of fun. We had a bit of an adventure trying to find it. We had to climb over some fences and through some cattle pastures that belonged to other people. We kept expecting people to start shooting at us, but it was really, really pretty and extremely windy. Here is Todd at the Cliffs of Moher. Todd actually lost his phone at one point during this as we were walking all over these cliffs, and we were able to retrace our steps and find the phone. It was a little bit of a miracle that we found the phone because we were walking all over. Here's a picture of the Liffey River. Beautiful. Dublin was absolutely amazing, and one of the coolest places I've ever been. We had a great time here, but I drove around Dublin, and I will never do that again, ever. This is St. Patrick's Bed. This is at the very top of Croagh Patrick in Ireland. This was probably one of the real highlights of the trip, was climbing Croagh Patrick with Dad and Todd. It was a tough hike, and we were really impressed that Dad made it. I kind of went kind of fast because it was difficult, and it was easier if I just went fast. But that was a lot of fun.
This is us on top of Croagh Patrick in Ireland. You know, there are moments in life where you know at that moment that it's very special, and that you want this moment to last just a moment longer, a few minutes longer, and you want to put the adventure that you're on hold just so this moment can last just a little bit longer. And this is one of those moments, a top 10 moment for me with my brother and my father, and it's one that I'll cherish the rest of my life. And I'm very grateful for it. I'm very grateful to them. I'm very grateful for this trip. And I just want to tell them thank you. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me. And I love you guys. I love you guys very much.